This vacation break is brought to you by Gold Coast Cruise Center.
Taking a family on vacation can be an easy task. Treat yourself to a fantastic vacation. Take a cruise with Gold Coast Cruise Center.
Take a fantastic vacation, an all-inclusive cruise vacation for less than $100 a day. This includes all your meals and buffets, fantastic Broadway-style shows and entertainment, most shipboard activities, and fabulous ports of call. The Bahamas, the Mexican Riviera, the Caribbean, San Juan, and many more. With Gold Coast Cruise Center, you can save from $300 to $1,500 per cabin. Call now and we'll send you a free set of cruise brochures. 1-800-443-7447. Be sure to ask about your complimentary cruise video. It's free. That's Gold Coast Cruise Center at 1-800-443-7447. Call now.
Now you can get Target Tornado, the Weather Channel's special tornado video for only $19.95. You'll see lots of terrifying tornadoes with rare close-up footage of these unbelievably destructive twisters. You'll also learn about the history of nature's biggest killer tornadoes. You'll see shocking scenes of devastation and hear touching personal stories from survivors of the worst tornado outbreak in history. Plus, you'll see behind the scenes how scientists study these storms and experience the thrill of the chase as Target Tornado rides along in cars with actual storm chasers, searching for monster storms. The Target Tornado video features the most violent storms on Earth, the most destructive, and the most terrifying. This exclusive tornado video can be yours for only $19.95. Call 1-800-829-1717. This is a special limited time offer. Order now, and you'll also receive a free keyring thermometer. So call 1-800-829-1717 now with your credit card ready.
This water safety tip is sponsored by Sea-Doo Watercraft. For fun on the water, everybody's doing it. Sea-Doo.
The sun warms your skin, the spray refreshes, and you're free as the wind. That's how a boating enthusiast might describe the sport. Plus, it's downright fun. Each year, more and more boaters hit the water, and if you're in that group, you must become familiar with safe boating requirements. Use personal flotation devices and check them often. When driving your boat, follow right-of-way requirements. Stay within marked channels and observe no-wake zones. Keep a fire extinguisher on board. Check it regularly and know how to use it. Avoid shallow areas such as seagrass beds. Take responsibility for protecting the environment. Become familiar with the requirement for your state in regard to operator's age and proper boat registration. You've heard it before, drinking and boating do not mix. It's up to individual boaters to inform themselves, obey the law, and take personal responsibility. The rest is easy. Have fun.
I keep having this dream. I can feel every turn, every move, every spin. It's wild. Then I wake up. Sea-Doo. Hold on to your dreams and hold on tight.
Everybody doing it. Sea-Doo.
For fun on the water, see your local Sea-Doo dealers.
If your car isn't performing like it used to, put back the power with Slick 50 Fuel System Formula. 10 times more powerful than the leading fuel treatment, Slick 50 cleans the entire fuel system. You'll feel the difference guaranteed. Ask for Slick 50 Fuel System Formula. More power to you.
Slick 50 Fuel System Formula can be found at the following fine retailers.
Oh, well, I'm the kind of light for any job you do. Any job that needs three hands, but you've got only two. 'Cause I'm the snake light from Black & Decker. I'll get around. I'm the snake light.
Time for the international weather, and it is sponsored by the Travel Channel. Satellite view, and again, we've had an interesting shift of the upper air pattern over the past couple of weeks, and it hasn't changed all that much. So what's happened is the upper air winds drop down across and south of the British Isles, all the way down here towards the north end of the Adriatic, and then turn abruptly north. And this pattern's been with us for quite some time, so we've had fairly fast-moving systems at times coming across northern Europe, dropping their rain. Every once in a while, we'll bring in a little bit of cooler air, so somewhat changeable. It'll warm up, but only briefly across the Benelux region. Then the wet weather and the cool weather will return. Let's see what's happening as we check the forecast. One front sliding into far eastern Europe. Here comes yet another one stretching through France, all the way back into, yes, system number 3, located, a good 800-900 miles west of Ireland. 50s and 60s, Scandinavia, northern Europe, 70s, 80s, and even a few low 90s as you head well to the east. Morning showers expected in Brussels with that next front kicking through. Showers possible in Frankfurt and in Paris. A little bit of wet weather in the morning.
Sun, snow, rain, or fog. Know what to expect. Just 95 cents a minute. Dial 1-900-WEATHER and connect.
Ah, summer. Beaches, barbecues, fun in the sun, swimsuits. Oh, no!
Does your swimsuit seem to shrink over the winter? Well, Nordic Track, the original total body workout, can help you shape up and shed those extra pounds. Announcing our first ever summer shape-up sale on the world's best aerobic exerciser. Save up to $150 off select Nordic Track skier models. Why Nordic Track? It's been delivering proven fitness results for 20 years. Nordic Track's total body aerobic exercise shapes and tones. Plus, its easy natural gliding motion is non-impact, so it's easy on your knees and joints. And Nordic Track can help you lose weight by raising your metabolism. In fact, 7 in 10 who purchased a Nordic Track to lose weight lost an average of 17 pounds, and 80% kept it off for over a year. So you'll shape up for those summer days and stay in shape all winter long. Call now to order and save up to $150 on select Nordic Track models. Don't wait, because the sands of summer wait for no one, and neither will this limited time sale. Call now.
Watching the Weather Channel for accurate forecasts at your convenience. Weather you can always turn to.
So, Grandpa, what do you think?
Our first tropical storm of the Atlantic season, and there's the name, Allison, as we continue to follow this system this afternoon and right through the weekend. There's a look at the list. I'll give you a few seconds there to peruse the names. And as you notice, we head on down the list. Typically, we don't get way down there. Hopefully, that'll be the case again this year as we work on into the Atlantic season. Now, during this time of the tropical season, at least as far as the Atlantic is concerned, during the month of June, there tend to be several areas where you're more likely to have tropical cyclones forming. Certainly the Gulf of Mexico heading into the western Caribbean, and certainly true to form, that's what we have today. The systems, once they form, generally can track either across the Gulf, across Florida, parts of the southeast, or if the upper level winds are in a different mode, they can move towards the west or northwest, and that can push them up towards Texas at times, or perhaps much farther south across the Yucatan Peninsula and head right on down into Mexico. All right, let's check out what's happening here. Tropical Storm Allison, there's the location. It's centered near 20.6 north, 85.8 west, at least as of 2 p.m. 70 miles east-southeast of Cancun. Sustained winds have increased somewhat since this morning. Earlier this morning, they're now up to 45 miles per hour with some higher gusts approaching perhaps 60. Movement north at 14, so there's been a slight easterly jog from the last north-northwest track. So north movement presently at 14 miles an hour. Pressure continues to fall rather slowly, but again, that's a key signature for a system which is gathering strength. As long as the surface pressure is continuing to fall near the center of circulation, that's indication that the system continues to strengthen. Here are the official warnings put out by the government of Mexico anyway for the northeast part of the Yucatan as we head from Tizamin around the corner of the Yucatan and all the way down towards Felipe Cabrillo Puerto. That's a tropical storm warning. Also the western tip of Cuba, including the Isle of Youth. So those are the official tropical storm warnings at this time. Big circulation associated with this. Now this is an infrared satellite view. It measures cloud temperatures, and what it does is the relationship is if it's a high cloud temperature, or high cloud top with a cold temperature way up there in the atmosphere, it comes out as bright white. So these are higher clouds that we see spinning off here from the system. The low-level circulation, as we showed you, is way down in through here. In fact, we have a visible imagery which can show you a little band of moisture coming up and around and feeding into that center of lowest pressure. You notice if you go south of the center, you don't have to go too far before you're into the clear skies. So pretty quiet weather here. The winds are still spinning around, just don't have a lot of rising motion down in through here. But as we go up to the east and northeastern quadrant of the system, that's where you're getting some of your heavier rain. And by the way, 5 to 10 inches of rain is possible from the system as it continues to work its way up to Gulf of Mexico. But beyond that time, there's still a lot of conjecture as to where it may ultimately go. Certainly folks in Florida and throughout most of the central and eastern part of the Gulf of Mexico need to keep a close eye on the system as it continues its northerly track. Across the rest of the tropics, the Pacific Intertropical Convergence.
Coming up next, only on the Weather Channel.
Flooding in Ohio, through Pennsylvania, approaching Baltimore and Washington, maybe in another couple of hours. Let's show you why on the regional radar, and we zoomed in a little bit for you. Here's Baltimore and D.C. You can see these thunderstorms up in the mountains heading through the northern counties in Virginia. Some have been severe already. But check this out. We have several lines of embedded strong storms, and there's so much water out there for these storms today that they'll produce very heavy rain at times. So even though it may stop around where you are in western PA, you have another line coming at you, and it may be there in a few hours. Flooding is a big concern with these storms, and also storms in the west today. Southeast Wyoming, Texas Panhandle, flood watches in effect, and we should also see quite a bit of flooding in parts of eastern Colorado because the storms, once they form, will move incredibly slow. Some of these, in fact, may almost be stationary over central Colorado, and that's going to cause some definite runoff problems. Strong or severe storms threatening a large part of the central and western part of the country and into the east.
It's a breakthrough that brings us to a new level of performance in the rain, in the snow. Forecast coming up next, only on the Weather Channel.